The plains of central Myanmar belie the campaign of terror burning through the Buddhist heartland. Village after village have been set alight at a rate far greater than in previous years. Getting information out of the Southeast Asian country is challenging. Since the military seized power in 2021, more than 130 journalists have been arrested. 4 have been killed, according to Reporters Without Borders. But a bird's-eye view of central Myanmar offers into what is happening on the ground. First, some context. In the November 2020 parliamentary elections, the National League for Democracy Party, the NLD, won by a landslide. But less than 3 months later, the army claimed there was a massive poll fraud. It carried out a coup, the very day the new parliament was due to sit, and jailed the NLD's leader, Aung San Suu Kyi. After spending years under house arrest, then other restrictions in her movement, Suu Kyi was once again locked up. The military's power grab triggered mass protests on a near daily basis across Myanmar. Then came the crackdown, and it was brutal. Unarmed protesters were shot, many killed. After losing hope for change by peaceful means, many in Myanmar decided to take up arms against the military. The Parallel National Unity Government, or NUG, has called it a people's uprising. More than 2 years after the coup, much of the country remains engulfed by violence. Reports indicate near daily confrontations between resistance forces and soldiers, including air attacks, bombings, and homes being torched. According to a local monitoring group, more than 3,100 people have been killed, and some 20,000 have been arrested. More than 60,000 homes have been burned across the country since the coup, according to the monitoring group Data for Myanmar. The military's indiscriminate use of air raids, artillery shelling, and fighting with groups opposed to its rule has displaced more than 1 million people. Upwards of 17.6 million are in need of humanitarian assistance. But nowhere has the violence been as intense as in the Sagaing region of central Myanmar. Our digital investigations team, Sanad, along with journalists from Al Jazeera English Online, have been analyzing data, monitoring satellite imagery, and verifying eyewitness testimony to understand what's really happening. The Sagaing Division has sustained the worst of the damage. According to data from Myanmar, more than 4,700 homes were set ablaze by the end of February 2023. Our digital investigations team looked at such accusations in 4 villages in Sagaing. And a quick note, Al Jazeera's online journalists corroborated several eyewitness testimonies, but as the situation in Myanmar is still dangerous, faces have been blurred, and some names have been changed to protect their identity. We begin in Khon, a farming village in the crosshairs of the violence. On the evening of February 28th, residents say soldiers came and torched their homes.